Sueham Entertainment.
How would I go about monitoring her page but not being too overbearing?
What's your daughter's name?
Her name is Anais.
I'd be like, Anais, bring that phone here. Because at the end of the day, you're the one that's paying that bill. You're accountable for her. So I would feel it is my right, it is my duty as a parent, as a mother, to go through her things. And I'd also put spyware on the computer.
That's a good idea.
No, that's a really good idea.
Yeah.
And I put it on my two youngest computers that I had to protect.
I was born to create laughter. I was born to inspire people to live, love, learn, and laugh, to not quit, but to follow their dreams to success. I was born to do that on stages and to speak to thousands, hundreds of thousands, and millions all across the world.
What I really enjoyed about Sueham was that our kids from all backgrounds just soaked up her information. Her message is universal. It's not just for one type of kid. And so our kids really enjoyed her, and when they left the auditorium today, you could tell that they were extremely motivated. Thank you, Sue.
Sueham Entertainment.
And here's what I know. The people that I train, and the people that they train and transform their lives, and the people that they train and transform their lives, we are in God's pyramid. He said, the least that you do unto these, my brethren, you do it also unto me. And so the work that Shamir is doing, the work that Sue is doing, the work that Ruben is doing cannot be destroyed after I leave here.
But I guarantee you that if you are consistent and you walk this path, you will reach your destination. You might make a detour, there might be construction on the way, but if you keep going, keep the GPS set, you will be given an alternate route. Does anybody believe that? It's just like Siri. We are rerouting you. I will live and die by the dream. The same way they taught me in the Marine Corps to live and die by the sword, I will live and die by the dream. As they say in The Color Purple, nothing but death can keep me from it. I shall fulfill the dream and the purpose for which I was created. I am just that passionate about it. And because I started to inspire other people. That's what leaders do. Leaders don't set out to become leaders. Leaders just become. Did you get that? Become. They become leaders. Just like a seed has the oak tree in the seed. It didn't start out an oak tree. The oak tree was in the seed. It had to become the tree. Did you get that?
Sueham Entertainment.
Awesome sauce. Now, you know, I always like to share the backstory of people, right? So you're
Right.
19 years old, you penned 2 books, you got a 3rd book coming out, but it wasn't always
Right.
like that. It wasn't always like that. Tell me, how does someone go from having a learning disability at a young age to writing 2 books and about to release their 3rd book?
It actually starts with the fact of just being self-motivated. I learned that we look for so many people to motivate us, and that one of the things that I had to realize is that there's nobody's fault but mine. I'm the only reason why I'm not successful. I'm the only reason why I'm not great. I'm the only reason why I'm not learning capability that I know I could be able to learn too.
What's up, baby?
You.
You and you.
I tell you what, if you all don't know Sueham Baby, you have not been online, you have not been to these excellent stage plays.
Oh, man.
You've got so much going on, I don't even know where to start.
A little bit more.
Okay.
I think the title says a lot. It explains a whole lot because a lot of people right now are dealing with situations, whether it's in a marriage, whether it's with children, whether it's with a job, whether it's internally with themselves. And with this play, we are chronicling the lives of a low-income family who has aspirations to do better, but they're met with some serious adversities, man. They're dealing with life.
Okay.
You know, they're dealing with life. And what this family does is they show us the road that we can take and the road not taken. And we see the consequences of both of those roads. And so we're faced with a decision. You know, what are you going to do? Are you going to rise up above the consequences, above the circumstances, or are you going to lay down and die and just take it? Because a lot of people in life right now are just taking what life hands them. But I feel like everybody can relate to it. You know, there's a character in there that everybody can relate to, whether it's someone who hasn't accomplished your dreams, or whether it's someone who doesn't have enough money to make the bills, or whether it's someone who's been, you know, an addict at one point in time. It's just a lot. And I think y'all need to come out and see it.
Yes.
now watching the Sueham Show.
Gosh, I'm so happy to have here today with us Miss Tanya McFadden. She's the creator of the company Purple Lioness Productions. She's a speaker and an author, and she's written 2 books. She speaks about self-empowerment, surviving the struggles, and staying strong in today's economy. Please join me in welcoming Miss Tanya McFadden. Thank you. When did you first begin to write, and what are some of the things you first wrote about?
I actually started writing as young as a kid. I'm a product of the only child. I don't have brothers and sisters. And so I wrote a lot to just, you know, express myself for those times when I was upset, when I thought mom and dad wasn't being fair and I didn't have a brother or sister to go run to. I would start writing in my journal. But since then, I started actually writing books in 2007.
Wow. How many books have you written?
I've written 2 books thus far that are slated to be released in the late part of spring, no later than the early part of summer, and I'm currently working on a 3rd book right now.
Well, you definitely got to tell the viewing audience the title of this book so they can go out and pick it up.
Well, the book is called Go Get Your Dreams, something I know that you definitely can appreciate. And the book basically talks about not letting anything hold you back from going to get your dreams. Right. I also talk about something I call the 3-step process of manifestation. And I break it down, and it's called manifest the adjective, manifest the verb, and manifest the noun. And basically all it means is with the adjective, you need to write down your vision, whatever it is. For those who, you know, subscribe to a Christian religion, you know, there's a scripture in Habakkuk 2:2 that talks about writing down the vision and making it plain. So I say anyone with a real serious drive, and if you're really serious about a dream, 2 things you need to have with you all the time. You need to have a notepad and a pen, and you need to have a digital video recorder where you can record yourself.
Wow, I feel like I just went to an English class. We went into an adjective, a noun, a verb. Now I got to carry paper and pen. But you're right, girl. You're right. Yeah. I think it was Steve Harvey who said you need to write it down.
Yeah, you definitely need to write it down because writing it down gives you clarity.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and with the verb part, just real quick, the verb part is about action. Like the biblical scripture says also, faith without works is dead. And something that we say often, and it sounds real good and it gets us motivated, we love to say, if we can believe it, if we can see it, then we can achieve it. And that sounds good, and I don't want to dampen anyone's parade, but that's partial in its truth. You can believe it and you can see it, but if you're not doing anything, you're just going to keep dreaming about it.
Woo!
You're just going to keep
Girl, that is powerful. That is powerful. Powerful. Wow. We need to hear that. Because so many times we get told, dream big, dream big.
That's right.
But what are you doing after the dreams? You've got to make the dreams a reality, and that takes work. And we've now learned that it takes a noun, a verb, and an adjective. But more importantly, probably the verb to put it into action.
You need to put it into action. And once you apply that adjective, writing it down, making it plain, and putting that action with it, the noun part, if you remember anything about grammar school, the noun is a concrete person, place, or thing. And all the noun part is the manifestation part, that's the fruition. When you start to see that dream, that vision of yours actually manifest itself into your life.
All right. You know, and I'm so glad that you're here because oftentimes I get labeled as a comedian and that's all I portray, but the real people that know me know that I'm all about making dreams reality and inspiring people. And I just think that your message is a message that needs to be heard today. Thank you for tuning in to the Sueham Show. A big thanks to Miss Tanya McFadden on telling us how to keep pushing no matter what. And to our musical guests, Mr. Sean Valentine and Mr. Devon. Until next time, this has been a Sueham presentation. Sueham, baby!